figured he'd be doing the race things. I didn't even try.
Vandenberg's the king about blowing people off. I don't blow people off. I just don't get called.
Vandenberg and I are the only ones that ever call you. There you go, man. All right, guys, so we'll get things rolling. This is going to be Monday, the 5th of July, 1976. We're doing the midnight to 8 a.m. session. Yeah.
We skipped the 4th.
We did.
Okay,
we
good.
Did. Yeah.
For that.
Not doing the 4th. No sun. Yeah, no 4th.
Isn't that fireworks session?
Yeah. So refreshments are up in the kitchen. We got some fun things up there. Help yourself up there. Drinks are in the refrigerator here. I'll keep those moving. It's a tiny refrigerator. Thanks, Dan. Awesome. And if you could please keep the basement door upstairs closed so the cats don't come down. That's that. All right, so new to the railroad. A lot of things have happened. Some of you are going to have to be introduced to the railroad again. It's been so long. But a lot of things have happened. Turner's got a lot of neat things happening over here. You can see with the huge dust collectors on top. They are scale. They have been checked out. That's the old Southwest Forest plant over there we're working on. John's been working on that, doing a great job with that. Fencing at Argentine. We finally got some security fences up around the TOFC plant at Argentine. Some of those gold medal and BLMA fences there. Dad's been doing that. And keep the riffraff out. And the scenery around. We've got a new curved turnout, a fast tracks that Eric did here. So we're excited to see how that works. We've had a lot of issues on that curve going into the rival departure tracks. We're going to see if that goes a lot smoother.
Wait until it works before you start giving it credit.
Okay, some guy built that switch. If it works out, it was him. Okay, so anyway. We're trying to do the 70s where the sheds have been torn down. I don't want to make the station dilapidated. I'm not building that eyesore office building they put in either. Yeah, that thing was so stupid. So the sheds are gone. The tracks are torn out. I'm still having Amtrak service it because I wanted to kind of hold on to the past a little bit there. So that's been done. That's that. Bill brought up a good point that I've started a thing where every train that comes in needs to run their power over to the fueling pad and get refueled. Well, the problem with that is you had to throw your own switches, and then the yardmaster's like, "Ooh, which way is the damn switch thrown now? Can you check the points?" And even worse, on the other side of the dike there, it's hard to tell which way 18th Street is thrown. So we put in LEDs, we put in sets of switches at the east end as well, so you can throw your own. And then it also lets the yardmaster know what's been thrown if you do throw any switches. Of course, talk to the yardmaster and let them know you're changing that so they know to expect it better. Then Jason's going to be doing the videographer. He's doing it right now. I guess should I check my hair?
Can you say damn on YouTube?
Just did. Okay, so that's that. All right, so I told you what today was. So we've got jobs to select, and I'll give you a little rundown on that real quick. This is the first time I've ever realized this. All along I was reading the timetable and I read it wrong and I put it out wrong years ago. I always ran 3 of the Amtraks. I ran the 3 and the 4 and I ran the 15 and I would save the second 8-hour session for the 16. And then I looked at it and realized that on the Santa Fe timetable in 76, 77, they actually met in Lawrence. It's like the worst possible place to possibly meet. There's no meeting. I guess, I'm assuming they met outside of town. One went in, one. That's what I'm guessing.
Just east of the depot.
Yeah, is that east of the depot? Okay, now we know that. So dispatcher, whoever ends up doing that, has 4 Amtraks in the first 2 hours. So that should be very, very interesting. We've got the 15 leaves first, the 16 at the same time. They head for Lawrence. And then the 16 comes into Kansas City, 3 takes off, and 4 comes back. So very interesting. Leaves no passenger for the other 2 8-hour sessions, but should be fun. So that's what I want to make sure I protect. Yes, well, yeah, we can do that for sure. Absolutely.
It never happens, though.
No, they're always on time. Yeah, right. I can't say without laughing. Okay.
Which day's Amtrak are you?
There were
so, jobs. Let's just go through. That was the main one I wanted to get out there because if we don't get Amtrak covered, we got big problems and it's in the way. Dispatcher. Who would like to dispatch today?
I'll go there if you need.
Oh, Jeff, a new one. I like it.
No, he's done it before.
New on my layout?
No,
you did it once before.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
I'll keep things from hitting each other.
That's all you gotta do. That's awesome.
So memorable.
All right.
But then you should get a good job.
I would argue,
Eric's,
I would
Eric's
argue
gonna
that
go ahead and do the yard master for
if
me.
it was
He's
notable,
requested that, so
it's
we're gonna have
because
Eric
of
in the
a
yard.
fucker, So
Yeah, that's right. That means you did a good job.
it's like a referee.
John Percy's gonna do
If you know
classification.
their name.
I need a trim job. Who would like to do the trim job, working with the yard master, bringing trains
Mr.
in?
Tully's over there.
Oh, I'd like some trim.
Well, he just walked out.
I'm not there. I'm not
No,
there.
he's not there. Who would like to do trim?
I'll do it.
All right. Keith.
can work together again.
That worked out nice.
First time.
The ETL job is the Argentine local. They work Turner, elevator A, and the back lead. ETL. All right, Dad's on ETL.
No nepotism.
And I've got times on. Dad, be sure to check the times. The auto plan is done first, and then in between is Turner and back lead, and elevator A. I think is like called it like 4 in the morning. It's over here. It's over on the board. I'll explain that in a minute. Okay, and we also have the transfer job. And what we could do if we're out of guys to do that, I could be doing that until Charlie gets here.
There's 2 left.
So let's. Who's left?
JD
Well,
and John.
Oh, you want to do the transfer?
I can, yeah.
Okay.
Wow, you'd rather wait for the other guy.
Moving at the speed of transfer.
It's,
It's
and
actually
what
4
you
miles
could do,
an
I
hour.
could put you on one of the
No more than 4.
one of the dog catches,
Okay.
and I can run with you for a while. Or as long as I can hang out, things aren't falling apart or blowing up somewhere, I'll be
Put
okay.
stakes in the ground to see if
And
they
why
move.
don't you go with the 188? 188
so
heading
slow
westbound.
GPS can't tell.
That's right.
Okay, so here's how we sign up for trains, guys. I've got this thing set up. For a train, just put your name on the list here, and then you grab a OS sheet here. Go ahead and soup OS. So grab a soup list there and go ahead and fill that in. Hand it to the dispatcher, and then they will call you out. What you've got is I've got radios located around the room at stations. Don't take them with you. Just use them right at the station. OS at each station. The only one you don't have to OS is at Noria, and it's got an asterisk next to it. But if you do anyway, it's not going to hurt anything. Let's see. Yard limits are all marked. I told you about all trains must be worked. At Argentine must be refueled. Use the fueling sanding tracks. These are over here. Everybody, you guys see the red ones over here? Here we go, behind you. Everybody see the red tracks over there? We've got them on the side here, and they're also written on the top of the table there. That's where you can fuel. And let's just do 20 minutes fast clock for fueling. That'll give you plenty of time to get that done. Get permission from Yard Master to line your switches to the fueling tracks. And when you have permission, you can just go ahead and line yourself up. It should be pretty clear. This is the first time we've ever done it. So check the lights are all nice and easy. If you just line up the green, that'll take you up the throat. You can also go up the engine lead on the far end, on the far east end there too. So use that as well. We're using wireless throttles or tethered. Either way, it's just pound, number, pound. The number is the throttle number that's assigned for your consist. There are 3 main places you can get that. JT over here is at the east staging. We've got one located at the engine facility here and over at Emporia as well. So you just look up your engine, any engine number in your train. You could look up a card. I've got engine cards for pretty much every engine. I don't know if I've missed any yet. Or you can just look at the actual engine. Any engine in your train is all you need. Just one, doesn't have to be the lead unit, just any engine. Find that on the list. It'll tell you which throttle number to use. And that should do it. All right, we're going to use a 3-to-1 clock and get this thing rolling. So Jeff's going to be dispatching. I'm going to make...
This was up here, and then when you moved, you had to jump back up, and then seemed to flow.
Right.
So we got that change, and then.
It's already an unusual session. That's only.
All right, I got control of those engines. If you,
Yeah, what's up with
So
that?
now let's just come on. I want to hear 118 minutes.
504 is my, yes, 504 is my leader.
Oh, you put
It's all green.
That's all you got for me? I mean, that's only all.
Do you want
It's so ready. I know.
all right.
That's 3 of
Yeah,
them.
you're on the other end.
Then it does. Okay. Let's try that. So that one.
And then all these wires.
There you go. All right, so come forward about 5 cars, just to clear that
There we
crossover.
go. That's a good sound. You have light?
I don't have a green. Oh, there we go, green light, okay.
Yeah, one of the lights, I think the LEDs
Three
is
more.
not working. It works one way, not the other way.
2, 1.
All right,
Now we're good?
yeah, all right.
That'll do.
Okay,
No, that's the one.
Alrighty.
other forward.
Alright, come on back into the clear.
Have you done more before?
So mainly all you're looking for is anything you want to send to Argentine for the East or West. It doesn't matter. I think the people you probably want to stay with.
Those are good. Peanut butter? Alright, where did I leave off? No idea where I left off. Oh, here it is. Leaving more books on the table is not good.
Right.
Keith, I'm coming around. Alright, I'm clear the switches.
Okay.
Which one's making noise?
So you said you saw me at Parkdale South?
Yeah, hold on there.
Oops, I got on the wrong track.
Well, you were saying